Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm sharing something that's close to every traveler's heart. Where to go this fall and how to do it without battling massive crowds. Fall is one of the best times to travel. The weather cools, prices often dip after summer, and destinations show a different side, sometimes calmer, sometimes more authentic, and sometimes even more beautiful. But here's the trick. With travel demand at an all-time high in 2025, some places are busier than ever. So today I'll walk you through the top destinations for fall 2025 and give you insider tips to enjoy them like a local without feeling overwhelmed by tourists. Let's jump in. Before we dive into the list, let's quickly talk about why fall is so special. First, the shoulder season effect. Airfares and hotels drop compared to peak summer. Families are back in school, so big theme parks and family hotspots quiet down. Second, the weather sweet spot. Europe, for example, is warm but not scorching. Japan is just starting to see autumn colors. Even destinations like Mexico or the Caribbean get fewer crowds before holiday season. And third, the vibe. Fall travel often feels more relaxed. Fewer crowds, more locals, festivals, harvest season. It's authentic in a way that peak summer just isn't. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk destinations. Paris, France. Paris is timeless, but here's the catch. Summer can be brutal with crowds. Fall 2025 is ideal. The weather is crisp, cafe terraces are cozy, and major attractions like the Louvre and Eiffel Tower are still open, but with shorter lines. And here's a crowd tip. Go early in the day or late at night. The Louvre, for example, is open late on select nights. Visiting after 6 p.m. means fewer tour groups. And here's a secondary option. If you want a Paris-like vibe without the intensity, check out Lyon. Amazing food, riverside walks. It's a hub for fall festivals, and costs are 32% lower in Lyon. If you didn't know, areas in France outside of Paris tend to be less expensive and beautiful. Porto, Portugal. Lisbon gets all the attention, but Porto is booming in fall of 2025. Think wine harvest season, colorful tiled streets, and mix of historic and modern vibes. And here's a crowd tip. Tour the Douro Valley midweek, not on weekends, when locals flood the wineries. Also, book river cruises in the afternoon. Mornings are busier. Rome, Italy. Yes, Rome is always busy, but fall cuts the heat and shaves down the worst of the lines. Outdoor dining is perfect, and evening strolls through piazzas feel magical. Crowd tip. Book skip the line tours for Vatican museums or Colosseum, but also explore lesser known gems like Trasavade, spelled Trastevere, or Ostia Antica, for a Rome experience minus the shoulder to shoulder crowds. Mexico City, Mexico. Mexico City is trending hard in 2025, and fall is prime. The weather is mild, museums are quieter, and flood markets are in full swing. Crowd tip: avoid weekends at Chapultepec Park and popular museums. Instead, explore neighborhoods like Coyoacan or Roma Norte during the week. More authentic and fewer crowds. New England, USA, fall foliage, that's the headline. Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine turn into Technicolor dreamscapes. Here's a crowd tip. Everyone wants the same leaf peeping drives, so go midweek and try smaller towns instead of big name stops. For example, instead of Stowe, Vermont, check out Woodstock or Montpelier. Same views, less traffic. Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver shines in fall. Cooler weather, mountain views, and fewer tourists compared to summer. Plus, fall food festivals are huge here. Here's a crowd tip. Hit Grouse Mountain or Stanley Park in the early morning. You'll avoid both locals and tour buses. Kyoto, Japan. Fall in Japan is legendary for foliage. Kyoto's temples and gardens glow with red and golds by late October. And a crowd tip: go early morning or even sunrise. And don't just stick to Arashiyama or Kiyomizu-dera. Smaller temples like Nanzenji or Ikandu give you the same magic without the overwhelming crowds. And Bali, Indonesia. Bali's high season ends with summer, so fall brings better deals. Rice terraces are lush, beaches calmer, and the vibe more relaxed. Crowd tip: avoid Seminyak and Kuta. Instead, head to Canggu for surf culture, Ubud for wellness, or even Sidemen for quiet jungle views. Istanbul, Turkey. Fall is perfect here. Cooler weather, fewer cruise crowds, and rich culture mix. Crowd tip: visit Hagia Sophia or Kapi Palace right when they open. Then spend afternoons in neighborhood cafes or on a Bosphorus ferry ride. Cheaper, quieter, and a great way to see the city. Now let's talk about destination dupes. Places that feel like the famous spots, but without the same crush of tourists. Instead of Santorini, try Naxos or Paros in Greece. Same Aegean charm, way fewer selfie sticks. Instead of Barcelona, head to Valencia. Gorgeous architecture, beaches, and incredible paella without Barcelona's congestion. Instead of Dubrovnik, Croatia, consider Kotor, Montenegro. Stunning coastal vibes, medieval old town, and it's less pricey too. Travelers in 2025 are waking up to these alternatives. And if you can move quickly, you can enjoy them before they blow up on TikTok or in Instagram. Okay, let's wrap up with universal crowd beating strategies. Travel midweek. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are your best friends. Flights are cheaper, attractions emptier, and start early. If you're up at sunrise, you'll experience places in peace before the buses arrive. Book in advance, especially skip the line tickets. Even quiet attractions can sell out in fall of 2025. Stay outside the center. A hotel or rental 10 minutes away saves money and keeps you away from peak tourist traffic. Mix popular with local. Sure, see the big sites, but balance them with local markets, parks, and neighborhoods that don't make the guidebooks. Crowds are a mindset too. If you go expecting to elbow your way everywhere, you'll stress out. If you go with a plan, a little flexibility, and some hidden gem ideas, you'll come home with stories instead of frustrations. So here's a recap. Europe gives you Paris, Porto, and Rome in their best light. North America shines with Mexico City, New England's foliage, and Vancouver. Asia and beyond, Kyoto, Bali, and Istanbul are magical in the fall. And don't sleep on destination dupes like Valencia, Kotor for quieter alternatives. The key is timing, planning, and flexibility. That's how you'll enjoy these destinations without the stress of massive crowds. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more travel tips, and hit that bell so you don't miss future updates. And let me know in the comments, where are you dreaming of going this fall? Are you a big city traveler, or are you hunting for the hidden gems? I'd love to hear your picks. I'm Robert Langley with Cruise Planners at langleyworldtravelers.com. Or check the description for our link tree, which is an easy way to access our contact details, our quarterly giveaway, and our weekly travel deals. Together with my wife Heidi, we design custom, stress-free, value-added vacations with exclusive experiences and white glove service without you having to lift a finger. Thanks for watching, safe travels, and I hope to see you in the next video.